Hello everyone who is on YouTube side. We're just waiting for ads to finish, I think. I believe there's ads going on right now on Twitch, so we're just kind of waiting for those to finish up. Alright, that's it. Wanted to tell you that before we started. Oh. Ooh, whoops. Gotta do that all over again. Hi, hello! Hi, hello, it's me, the local virtual baker, Salty Kichi. Hello, everyone on Twitch and YouTube side. My goodness. Milo, Bush, and Lung, Mr. and Martin. Hello to you all. Hi, 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 hi. Hello. Did you see the drawing I made about Jeffrey? Yes, I did see. He is such a dapper looking feller, let me tell ya. He is quite the goldfish. Not the goldfish I have, but that is definitely the goldfish of all time. Hello, I'm just popping in to say hi, have a good stream, bye. Okay, hi, bye, salmon, bye, salmon, bye, hello, goodbye. Hey, you, Mr. MR, you're in school. If you're in school, get out of here. Get out of here, you gotta go to school, you got important things to do. I hate this, I'm at school, then stay, you gotta finish it! You gotta finish school first! Once you finish school, then you can complain about school, but you see, you gotta finish it, and then you can complain. I finished school, so I can complain as much as I want, so school sucks. I agree with you. However, you should still finish it. It's just a good commitment, I guess. So yeah, fun thing today. We are doing two things at once because I wanted to do a food review because there was actually some people that actually showed off some really cool entries, and then there was some really I don't know how to comprehend entries. So we are doing a tier list in that sense, and we're also going to be cooking again today too. Well, we're cooking, not baking. So, but the cooking that we're going to be doing is kind of going to be like a fun little handicap for myself, and that is just like, oh yeah, I'm going to be cooking with only a pan, a pot, and a knife. I'm going to very much limit myself to what I can use, and I'm gonna try and cook in like a little bit of a minimalistic way. And I'm gonna cook two things. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I don't have any headphones in. I'm trying to really hear you. It's ag. I don't have captions, nor do I have the ability to turn captions on. So that is just too bad for you. I'm so sorry. You can only use a straw. I don't think that's possible. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of do want to see if I can do a cooking stream where it's like, oh, you have to do a cooking stream, but you can only use one item to cook. Or like, okay, you gotta cook using just a rice cooker, just a coffee pot, and stuff like that. I think that'd be fun too. But that is just gonna be later down the line. Let's first get stuff done. And let us bring down the lovely little smartboard, because everyone loves the smartboard. Unless, not smartboard, it is a smartboard, but it's apparently just a board now, because I was informed by someone who is still in school that this is just a board now, but I refuse to believe that, because this is a smartboard. I might just be getting old, but you know, it is what it is. Anyways, it's time to show you all. There we go, okay. Time to show you all of my funny little post of me saying, hi, a perfectly written out employed chef/cook here. I want to do a food review, and as accordingly shown, I have been given a few entries. Also, I've been giving a few entries through my DMs, on my Discord, and all that sort of stuff too. So, there's that there too. So, we are going to be reviewing them, and I have a tier list right here about all that such too. Here are the pictures, and we are going to be calling out all of our fellow cooks and chefs within the people that have decided to, show off their dishes today. So yeah. Without food, just the straw. A smart board is an electrical whiteboard. It's not a smart board. It's a smart board. Yeah. I know it's a smart board, but some people just call it a board now. You see, that's the thing that kind of made me confused too, because although this is a smart board, I think it's a smart board, but the kid, I guess is a kid, I'm not sure if they're a kid, I'm just assuming. The kid that was supposedly there said that it was a board. Because I guess chalkboards and whiteboards are just out of the question at this point, but I'm not gonna think too hard about that, because it just makes me feel old, and I am not that old to feel old enough. I'm not old enough to feel old yet, so I don't wanna... I'm not sure I'm gonna talk about that yet. By the way, hi Sue. Sue, I say hello. Yeah, one day I'm gonna follow your cooking and become the greatest cook and baker like you are. First. Oh my... there are definitely better cooks and chefs out there, I'll say that much, but I'm a pretty good baker. I'm not so sure about I'm not so sure about the cooking part. The baking part I can definitely say I'm pretty good at, but the cooking part is a little bit, But, anyways, I'm stalling at this point. Let's talk about the entries, because boy howdy, I got a lot of entries. Which I'm very surprised about, very happy about, so thank you for everyone and anyone that did decide to post. It is going to be considered and looked at greatly. So the first one we got here is this thing, and that is corresponding to this thing. So, there is a guy, this guy right here, Ren. I believe he got a new model, and he's related to me now. Yes, he's related to me. Mr. Sonic made him. Mr. Sonic-chan has followed him as well, and yeah, he's here. And it does look pretty good. I have no idea what it is. I think he didn't really tell me what it was, but I could have sworn that I remember him saying a post about, okay, so this is Swedish meatballs, and the pasta was made with Alfredo. It looks like a good chicken Alfredo. Like, you have the nice little obligatory, little leaves, little parsley. The cream sauce is a little thin for my liking, personally. If I make a nice Alfredo sauce, I want to be nice and thick and, like, creamy, and I want to see the sauce. But the chicken also looks good, too. So, yeah, I think this is a good dish, and the meatballs kind of make it fun. My only thing that I'm going to harp at. The only thing I'm going to harp at is that penne is a very strange thing for a noodle dish like this, like a pasta dish like this. But I can't complain because there's times where I just do this too. But that's still worth something I'm going to harp at. Anyways, going to this list real quick. We're going to go through the tiers because I forgot to mention that. We have 5 tiers. We have the tire company quality. We have quality, comfort food, McDonald's grade, and then what is this? I feel like they are fully explanatory. The tire company quality, I actually think I should explain, because if you don't know, the Michelin Man and then the Michelin stars, they are actually related to each other. So we have the Michelin stars, which is the tire company. So I thought it'd be funny to call it the tire company because, haha, Michelin stars are so fancy and all this and that. They're not overrated in my opinion. Blah. Gerd, reading Twitch chat only. I'm reading you. I see. It's just I didn't read you out loud. I read you in my head. You said the first S tier, but I don't think it's S. I don't think it's the S tier because there is no S tier. There's the tire company, quality, comfort, McDonald's grade, and what is this? So I don't think you should feel offended if I put you in comfort food or quality, because this is essentially B and A and B. That is kind of D, and then that's F. But if you're in comfort food, all you need to know, if you're in comfort food, you're good to go. No problems whatsoever. So it's company quality. I don't think it's company quality because I have seen the entirety of the entries, and let me tell you, there is an individual here that has to be extremely skilled with what they're doing. Like, they do stuff that is even better than me, and as I'm gonna say, I'm not really that great to begin with, but it's like, wow, they really are on a different level, and you know what? I commend them. But anyways, around it, what I'm going to say for this dish is that I believe that it is high quality comfort food. It is very good comfort food. This is like something you would expect from like your mother, your parents cooking for you, and it's like, you know what? We're just gonna have a nice, small, simple, humble little meal, and that's just like, that's the antithesis when I look at this. It's like, we all just got back from school, the parents just got back from work, we had to make something quick, and it's like, Alfredo with meatballs, Swedish meatballs from IKEA, but I don't know how, I didn't know you could buy meatballs from IKEA, but it looks good, and I like it, and I would definitely eat it. So I would say that is very good comfort food. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put it in quality, just because it's just hitting very specific notes for me. This is making me so hungry. You're gonna get more hungrier, so make sure you get some food. How is there a level below McDonald's? Because McDonald's is somewhat edible, and I'm not gonna lie, I like the fries. The fries are good, and the pink sludge of chicken nuggets are okay. They are edible. But the what is this tier is for the food that is like, how do you eat this? So yeah. So this is, there's a very interesting, Alright. So I was confused while looking at this, and also, I also mention this because if anyone is reading, if any people who made an entry are in chat, you'll probably realize I only liked your post and didn't say anything about it. That's because I wanted to tell you my opinions on it today. And, yeah. I didn't want to give any sort of like, oh wow, that's great, oh wow, that's weird, or wow, that's whatever it is, because, I don't know, I wanted to be a little surprised, but, microwave cheese chip and mozzarella sticks, I didn't have a plate. I'm just gonna say that this is cute. Gotta go, my new assignment. Bye! Goodbye! And hello, Marco. Hello there. Hi. I never had mozzarella sticks. You never had mozzarella sticks? You honestly are missing out. Mozzarella sticks hit different. They are very, very good. So, this was a good stream idea. Hello, Salty. Thank you. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Okay, hold on. The gears are moving a little bit because I'm thinking about this now. Because there's mozzarella sticks and a cheese chip. Now I know now they said microwave, but if you don't know, because this looks like, yeah, you can even see the brand of like what kind of mozzarella sticks because they're putting it on the same box they cooked it in. But it's mozzarella sticks from. I'm assuming that they're frozen. So what my think is that this is actually not a cheese chip from that they made, but this is a cheese chip because when they baked these off, the cheese melted out and that was the chip. Which I would think is very, very, very funny and very bold of you. Because I'm not gonna lie, that cheese chip, when you either microwave or you cook or bake the actual mozzarella stick themselves, that cheese chip goes kind of hard. It goes kind of hard. It's crunchy. It's like nice and salty. It's good. Okay, it's very good. So, the box says they were frozen. Okay, exactly the point then. Because I'm starting to look at these mozzarella sticks, and you can tell just visually that they probably were microwaved. Because if they were baked, they would have a little bit more color on the outside. And that's making me think of like, maybe this chip is actually the mozzarella right here that has been microwaved. So, anyways, enough analyzing of what happened here. I'm just gonna say this is kind of cute. Because this is kind of like, this gives off like college dorm room vibes. You don't have a stovetop. You don't feel like having ramen noodles again, but you got these mozzarella sticks sitting in your freezer, and it's like, you know what? Let me microwave them. Oh wait, I got a chip. So, that's just kind of cute. And you know what? I'm at least gonna say, because these are separate pictures, and I have them separately, this is the mozzarella sticks. That's going straight up in comfort food, because I think that is the ultimate comfort food. Well, not the ultimate comfort food. The ultimate comfort food is like, you know, stuff that your parents would make and stuff. And maybe some frozen food. But, I've never had anything with cheese that wasn't good, apart from American cheese. Based. I agree. Yellow American cheese in particular is kind of garbage. White American cheese is passable. But yellow American can go jump off a cliff. I hate yellow American. It's disgusting. It tastes like plastic. And chemical. So, I'm not sure if that cheese chip is mozzarella, haha. Well, it might be mozzarella, because, you know, it's the lighting, and maybe it's because... Have you ever microwaved a mozzarella stick before? It's pathetic! It's really sad! So that's why I think it's a mozzarella chip. She didn't exactly specify what kind of chip it was, but I'm taking a high assumption that it was a mozzarella one. Also, I'm going to take this time to actually shout her out. Yun. She kind of funny. I think she's branding herself as a, what is it? She's branding herself as a What is it? What is it? What is it? A DYO? DYO? BYOB. Build it yourself or something like that. Building it yourself. And she's dabbling into cooking, and I commend her for that. I respect it, and I like it when people learn how to cook. It's cute. It's like watching a little baby get their first little steps. It's like, oh, I love it. I love watching it. It's cute. It's so cute. I love it. I microwave string cheese. Do you microwave forks for fun too? Hi, Juwon. Hello. Hi. Hello. Welcome in. Oh, so yeah, I didn't grade the chip. That chip's going straight up into it's straight up going into McDonald's grade. Sorry, Mip. I'm not sure if you're watching. I'm not sure if I don't know. I don't feel like checking. I don't feel like calling out and looking, whatever it is, but that chip is straight up microwave. That does seem like some McDonald's sort of stuff you would see. Like, oh, our all new authentic American cheese chip with your side of fries and a burger. It seems like something you would get in McDonald's. It's not yet, but wait till you see. It's gonna happen. Is it okay? I've never had garlic bread. How old are you? It depends. Like, if you're like 10 years old and you've never had garlic bread, okay. If you're 18 years old and you've never had garlic bread, I'm just gonna say I feel bad for you, but you should try some. If you are 22, for example, or your 20s and you've never had garlic bread before, you need to get some garlic bread. That's it. So, microwave cheese sticks are great. I've never had a microwave cheese stick, so I can't talk on that behalf other than saying that it sounds funny. So, hey. Okay. So, we got someone from Mila Lelu. She is a funny little VTuber. She's cute. She's funny. She's a Anubis sort of character. And I like to draw her. She's very fun. She's very cool. I like her. But she has given the example of Hawaiian pizza. Has the ham, has the pineapples, and it looks like it's on microwave pizza or baked pizza? Because this doesn't look like pizza you would get out. Or if it is, I have never seen pizza like that. Anyways, it looks like a pizza that you would buy and then buy frozen and bake it in your oven. So it's already getting points down for that. Kind of based though. She put pineapples on it though. And also she didn't put huge rings of pineapple on it. I would say that this is an acceptable way to eat pineapple on a pizza. And also has ham on it, so it's very much good. I personally like pineapple on pizza. Pineapples were made for pizza. I don't think they were made for pizza, but they do go well on pizza. So, I don't know where to exactly put this. Because it's not comfort food. It's not McDonald's grade. So, here, let's make a... I don't think I can make it. Can I make another tier? No, I can't. Oh, shoot. Wait, I'm moving the tiers around. I didn't know I could do that. Well, okay, we'll put comfort food and, normal. Comfort and normal food. So that is what this is. Normal might be stretching it, but listen, pineapple on pizza is normal for some people. What is comfort food? Pizza is very comforting though. So for me, my definition of comfort food is food that you would just want to eat and you could go to and eat and just be happy about eating it. Like something that's nostalgic and you could even say is an acquired taste. Like for me, a great comfort food for me that I love eating is buttered rice. Buttered rice and salt. That is so stupid. It's kind of heinous in a way, but for me, it's extremely comforting because that's what I grew up eating, and it's just tasty too. It does taste good. So, if you've never had garlic bread at 18, you better swallow 13 whole bulbs of garlic to make up for it. Ow, that's That's so painful. Eating 1 clove of garlic raw is very hard, but having 13 bulbs of garlic, that seems a little overzealous, but sure. I don't agree to that though. That's just a very that's how you get people to hate garlic, when you eat raw garlic like that. Okay, next. Hawaiian pizza. Oh yeah, I'm gonna respond to these comments now, because now that we're doing them. Oh, yeah, here it is. Chicken Alfredo, homemade with IKEA meatballs. Not homemade. It's a very lovely and homely dish. Comfort food at its finest. Alright. Next, I gotta go to Mipyeon. To be honest, I don't know who else. What anyone else says. This is kinda cute, though. The chip, though, is going to be a future McDonald's item. I swear. Pineapple pizza enjoyer. Taste. Alright. And now we can finally get to the next thing. Don't judge me, I enjoyed it a little bit. Fair enough. If you enjoy pineapples on if you enjoy eating raw garlic, that is honestly good for you, because I hear eating raw garlic is actually good for you, so yeah. Oh my god, this is so exciting. My name is Minima, and I want to work in this area. So, remember when I was mentioning of like, yeah, that food that, that really nice comfort food was just quality and not the Michelin, the tire company quality? This is where I have to say, this is the most beautiful food that I have seen up to recent date. Although I will say that bread doesn't look the greatest. That because I can tell it's very much braided, but either the bread was a little bit too high of a hydration, or it's just something. It's good. The bread is good. Don't get me wrong. But when I see bread, I get hyper fixated and critical on it. But that is good bread. It looks like a nice, lovely bread that you can use it to make garlic bread, and it looks lovely. Then there's that. And then there's that. Like, oh my goodness. They have some actual serious talent. And it's like, why are you a VTuber? Well, I'm calling myself out too, because like, oh yeah, I can make good food too, but like, I don't. Because I'm personally I don't really like fine dining and stuff. Don't get me wrong, this stuff is really cool, but I feel like this stuff is out of my expertise. However, they have descriptions to and also it's go without say, this all goes into the tire company. This is tire. Okay, holding off on that. This stuff is very much tire company quality. Like, this stuff is absolutely beautiful. It's elegant, it's gorgeous, it's beautiful. I will say, I do have a little bias though, because I know that's a cheesecake. I know that's some sort of parfait, maybe. I don't know what that is, but I see shrimp. I like this. I'm gonna go out and say that amuse-bouches, hors d'oeuvres, desserts, and stuff like that, they are a little bit easy. They are, in my opinion, they tend to be a lot more easier to execute when you want to make it look nice and fine dining and looking. That does not discount what they are, but I do realize in my head that they tend to be a little easier to make. And a case in point of how to make really nice looking good food is that this looks like an amazing good, I'm gonna guess tikka masala? I'm not sure. I'm just taking that because I'm taking an assumption of that challah bread, I assume, or braided bread. Like, that looks beautiful, but in the majority of the sense, it's very one note because it's just kind of soup. But that does not discount the quality of how well, like, I can see like the cuts of them were nice. The scallions were cut very nice and they weren't macerated, so they have some basic knife skills. Like, it's beautiful. But this cheesecake, that parfait looking thing, and that is so beautiful. I'm gonna knock a little points off in my head because the tail is still on, and if you want a nice amuse-bouche, you want to make sure that the entire thing is edible, so there's nothing left on the plate, but it's still very beautiful. Anyways, they described this one to be a guava cheesecake. Excellent, elegant, beautiful. I think if I could refer someone to work at the place that I work at, this person definitely could get the job. This is beautiful. That is gorgeous. Elegant. The next thing they said is a soup. The soup is a tom kha fusion dish with Brazilian cuisine. We're having garlic bread and picanha as a reference to it. Nice. Picanha. That's nice. It's not exactly the most fanciest or high quality of steaks, but it is a very, very underutilized steak, and I appreciate the utilization. And the garlic bread, in my opinion, could use a little work, but that's just me being a hypercritical bread baker. I don't do high quality food, but boy howdy, when you put bread in front of me, I'm going to hyperfixate and look at it critically. But that is an elegantly and very creative looking dish. The next thing they had is a panna cotta with a panna cotta. So I'm assuming it's like a panna cotta layered with like a jelly, and it looks like a caramel chip. It's beautiful. And that glass is very nice too. Very nice glass. And also the pasta and the little thing. I love that too. A filthy coffee enjoyer though. Ugh. Picanha is a Guga's favorite cut of steak, right? Yes, I believe you are right. I think it's Guga. I think it's a lot of meat YouTubers favorite cut of meat. If it's not that, it's like something else. But picanha is coming up more recently. People really like picanha. You know what? I agree with them. It looks like a good slice. A good slice. A good chunk. A good... What's the word? A good cut of meat. There we go. And the last one is a small entree with shrimp pate-ish thing. So I'm assuming it's like a shrimp. Here, wait, we're gonna really zoom in on this boy. So I see, like, I don't know what this thing is called. Wait, is a meat tube a thing? No, I do not believe it is. I'm just saying it because, like, these YouTubers, like Guga and other ones I can't remember right now, really centralize their content on meat and cooking steaks. So that's why I said meat tuber. But yeah, I see that's not spinach. That's a little bit too light. It is not dark enough to be spinach. And also it's curling. That is definitely basil. But it looks like a nicely cooked shrimp. And my head's wanting to say like almost like ricotta or mascarpone or something like that. It's an elegant, simple, and beautiful though. The chip, I don't remember what the chip is called. It's been a moment, but that's a really nice looking chip because I know that's edible. The tail though, probably should have taken the tail out. I'm being me. I'm sorry. This is out of my expertise. This is beautiful. Any way around it, that is a absolutely beautiful dish. Gordon Ramsay would be proud. This is going on to the highest tiering of lists right here. And also, I'm putting... Okay, I'm gonna feel mean about this, but this goes in quality just because, like, I'm biased. I'm very biased when it comes to this stuff. I'm very, very biased because for high quality, fine dining, sort of nonsense, the bread could be better, but the soup looks immaculate. However, if you want to elevate this dish, if you want to make it a lot more high quality and fine dining, instead of using an actual loaf of bread or like a little bit of bread like that, you could actually maybe cut it in half. Make a little crostini and then do like maybe some sort of like mascarpone or sort of like not olive, but like oil spread, like an herb oil and then try and use that so it's not two separate entities, it's one entity put together. And heck, you could even probably do, like, you know, the crostini, a nice garlic spread, maybe even raw garlic or hummus, whatever it is. I don't know how to pronounce it. So hummus, a little bit of nice oil, chives as a garnish because you already have scallion, or maybe just reuse scallion, who knows. And then doing some nice crispy mushrooms and putting that nice crostini right on top. And then you could use that as, like, to dip and use that as a spoon. That's what my thought process could be. Of, like, yeah, that's very good. Like, these two things, the cheesecake, beautiful. Above and beyond. The jelly and the little cookie on the bottom, beautiful. And the flowers and the edible flowers and all that sort of stuff. It's beautiful, gorgeous, gorgeous. This is just my thought process because I went to a school for culinary cooking, and they said, oh yeah, make sure you have more on the plate and this and that and garnish, and stuff on the side should be like bread and not on the same plate like how this one is. I feel so bad because it sounds like I'm really downplaying this, but I'm not trying to. It's a beautiful, beautiful dish, and I'm really wanting to stop this segment so I can actually start cooking, but that's why I'm gonna put it on the top of quality, though. It is the toppest of most quality. So yes. Okay. So I'm gonna say this is the most immaculate and elegant. I don't know how to spell elegant entry. Most immaculate and elegant plates of food I've seen in a while. It's such a lovely looking dish for all four. I know if I had to ask someone, okay, and that my workplace would happily hire you. And bread. Here we go. Okay, we're getting to the end here. There's only like a few more entries. This is someone who just gave a slice of pizza. I'm not sure if they made it or not. They just kind of posted a piece of pizza that was half eaten. They gave no description. So I'm going to put this in, what is this? Not because I don't like pizza. I like pizza. By the way, I'm sorry, this is such a delayed reaction. Hi, Trub! The meat tube is real to me. It's real for someone, I guess, then. But, hi, Trub. Hi, Trub. The crust does look handcrafted. The crust looks very, very good. Like, you can tell this is a pizza that someone did make. But, in my head, it's like, is it frozen? Or did you buy it? Or did you make it? They put no description, and I'm just confused, like, Hoops did it. I'm gonna put it in the low tier of quality for now, because I just don't know where else to put it. But I just kind of feel like, I just kind of feel a little disoriented because it's half eaten, and that just makes me kind of like, Must have been good, because he must have forgotten to take a picture of it beforehand, but yeah, it's good. I do like that. I can't remember now, because someone did just send me a picture of mac and cheese, which was kind of just strange, kind of funny, just putting it out of the blue. Like, they just gave me a little thing of mac and cheese. It's definitely comfort food. There's no doubt about it. Very, very, very comfort food. I don't really want to organize these because they are all just kind of in that whole idea of comfort food, but I personally would think that this needs more sauce. And the sauce itself looks a little wet because it's not really sticking too much to the noodle. It's just kind of coating it lightly. It's a very, very good choice of noodle, by the way. This noodle, best noodle to use. Best noodle for mac and cheese. So, the noodle's good. The sauce looks a little thin. That's it. But it's gonna go right here. It needs green. Maybe a little parsley, but it doesn't really need much. Or at least some herbs. You don't always need herbs for mac and cheese, though. So, it's like, eh. Half-eaten is a good reason for what is this. Okay, well, that just justifies everything I was thinking about, because it's half-eaten, and they gave me no description of what it is. They just posted a picture of pizza, so yeah, it's going in, what is this? So yeah, the mac and cheese is going right here for now, though. And finally, there is one person. They posted this to me, they gave it through DMs. And this is what they posted. They said with their description that it is bread. They made this bread in a pan. I mean, it looks like a good naan. It looks good. I just don't know really what it is. So, just because I don't know what it is, I'm just putting it in, what is this? I feel bad because I know they were really trying to make a nice bread, but I just don't know what it is. So, I just don't know what it is. It definitely is something. Definitely is something. Okay, pancake is technically bread, yeah. But I'm not sure if it's an actual pancake, because they said they was actually, like, bread. So... I don't know. I just don't know what it is. So, it's going in, what is this? If they told me it was like naan or like a pancake itself, then it would go in comfort food. But since I don't know what it is, it's just going in, what is this? So yeah. Anyways, that's it. That's all for stream. Goodbye, everyone. That's all for today. Bye-bye-bye. I am kidding, by the way. Is that joke old yet? I don't know. Okay, setting up the smart board. Yay! Wow, that was so cool. What? No, we're not done today. There's our part 2 now, because now I'm gonna be making some, hopefully, quality food. I would think that the food I'm going to make is gonna be quality. It's not gonna be like the tire company quality food, but we are gonna make some nice, good quality food. And how can you tell that we're gonna do some cooking today? Well, the only way to tell that we are cooking today is by the mic quality. The mic quality. No, not the bread cam. The mic quality. That's how we can tell we're cooking today. So anyways, here we are. Wow, look at that. I actually gotta move over. So, hold on, give me a sec. La-di-da, la-di-da. Alright, I gotta turn stuff on because it's off right now. There we go. Uh-oh. Come on. Note to self: don't enter bread in a baker's cooking contest. This isn't a cooking contest. It's just more of like a food review, you know. Wow, bread cam. Okay, so far so good. I don't want to lose Twitch chat, YouTube chat again. Let's see. Okay, so now we are going to be. Oh shoot, camera! Don't die on me like this. Anyways. We are going to be doing some cooking for ourselves now, and I'm giving myself the handicap of using the following things. A knife. A knife. That's the sauce. That's the stuff. That's the caveat for today. Okay, okay, wait. So, technically, it's gonna be a knife and using a lot of pots and pans. That's really it. We're gonna be using a knife. We're going to be using a nice knife, a pan, another pan, 2 pots, and another pot, but that is currently at the shelf right now. So yes, we are going to be cooking, and I'm going to be using just these things, because I'm starting to realize, not starting to realize, but I do acknowledge that some people don't have all these things, like, you know, maybe you don't have weird food tongs like this, or maybe you don't have a scale, or maybe, you don't have, this thing, or, maybe you don't have, this thing, too. Like, I have a lot of, like, commonly used kitchen gadgets. Like, I have this, and I have a meat thermometer, and I have a mixer, and, like, I have so much, like, silly nonsense that makes cooking a lot easier. But this stuff is not a requirement. So, I want to show, like, 2 things I love making regularly, and, showing that it's very simple to make. It's a very elegant looking thing, because, of course it is. It's Korean. I'm biased. Fun fact, I'm very biased for, like, food, especially Korean food. I love Korean food. So we're going to be making 2 things. We're going to start off making the other thing first, which I will tell you all in a moment. But we are going to be making something called beef bourguignon, which is a French dish. When I was in school and all that such, they taught me specifically how to cook French food. So today, with my fairly okay knife skills, I'm going to cook myself a nice dish of beef bourguignon, which is very simply just a red wine stewed beef stew. A red wine beef stew, in simplistic terms. So yes, that is what we are doing today. Along with also making the other thing, which I failed to mention, my bad. We are also going to be making... Hold on, I gotta grab the ingredients now. Bibimbap, which is essentially a rice bowl of sorts. Alright, grabbing all the ingredients. Time. Alright. There we go. So, here we are. All the ingredients that you cannot see, but there are ingredients here that I will try to put into camera. Wow, that certainly is a lot of stuff. So, I don't need those. We're going to start with the beef bourguignon. Beef bourguignon is a stewed beef. So, bourguignon is going to take a little bit longer to do. So, we're going to get that started first. What I'm just going to do, I'm actually just going to pick some of this thyme. It's a lovely, lovely herb. I feel like you should know what this herb is. It's a very, very delicious thing. I think it's like it's like one of the most commonly used herbs in the world. I believe, not in the world, probably in America. I'm just spewing out nonsense. I like thyme. I'm just trying to say thyme is good. It smells so good. It tastes so good. It's just like a good all-purpose herb. You want your chicken dishes to taste better, add thyme. You want to add your beef, you want to make your steak taste better, add some thyme. You want your pork to taste better, add some thyme. Thyme is just such a good, like, delicious herb to add. So, what I'm simply doing to make sure I peel at least a lot of the stem is I'm pinching one side and then pinching the other side and just pulling. So then I get all the leaves off. And whatever stems are left, they're kind of young stems, so they're not going to really do much. They're not going to really... I don't know what the word is. It won't be as woody. Right? I'm not going to try and be crazy or high quality or like, oh wow, look at my fancy knife skills. Wow, look at me go. We don't need to do that here. We just need something simple. So I just need like a nice, I'm just chopping up this thyme, putting it into a little container. I got mushrooms here. Got some sliced mushrooms. They're already pre-sliced. And I'm just gonna use them like this. They will shrink when they cook, so I'm not gonna really try and play with them too much. But I'm gonna cut myself an onion. And just because beef bourguignon is a stewed dish, I'm not gonna do like a very small dice. Because if I do a small dice and I stew them, the onion will essentially just be macerated in the entirety of the dish. I'm gonna put this into a container so I can make like vegetable stock or something later. I guess I should also mention that if you do acknowledge something, I am not using any recipes. I guess after cooking a while being just like, I don't know, going through school, I guess, a lot of these recipes are kind of like hard written into my head. So I kind of just know what to do. There are no recipes to follow, there are no recipes to link. These are just kind of like the basic way of making these recipes, and it's very simple. Recipes all locked in the noggin. Exactly. Yeah. I'm kind of excited to make beef bourguignon. Beef bourguignon is like one of those things that I don't really make that often, just because in my home I don't normally drink at all. And if I want to make a dish that requires alcohol, I have to do one of two things. I either have to I want to buy alcohol that I like drinking, which is very few, or alcohol that I know I'm going to use very quickly because what is it? Because I just don't want it to go bad. I don't want the quality to be diminished. Wines in particular, they actually do eventually go bad, but they don't spoil or anything, if I recall correctly. If you store them correctly, they'll be fine. It's just that their flavor will kind of diminish in like flavor. They'll just have a more diminished flavor, and it won't be as good as they normally would be. So it's like, eh. It's just me being a very forward-thinking kind of person with like cooking. Like, man, I want to make sure if I'm cooking, I want to make sure I'm cooking with the best ingredients available, or utilizing the ingredients in a way that is very practical. So, like, as I just mentioned, I'm gonna use a lot of these scraps to make some vegetable stock because I don't really like wasting food. The more waste I make, the better. The more waste I make, the worse. The more I can minimize the waste, the better. So I'm just gonna do something very simple for this. I'm gonna do like a kind of chunk here. And since these are kind of small onions, I'm just cutting them in like threes. Do cuts that way, more cuts the other way, and that's that. I'm gonna put these onions into a bowl because that's too small. I was being a bit of a foodie today and I made cookies, lol. Anyways, hi. Hello. Hello, welcome in. What kind of cookies did you make? You got me interested, you're talking about cookies. I like cookies. What kind of cookies, though? I'm also gonna mention this right now. This is not really authentic of what I'm doing. Usually in a bourguignon, you will use a lardon. You'll make lardons or something like that, which are more thick cut pieces of bacon. It's essentially like thick cut pork belly, but I have like moderately thick, and I'm just gonna do like a simple like coarse dice. So I'm just gonna cut them into like little dices like this, and we're gonna use that to cook. Because the way we're gonna cook this is that we're not gonna really cook this in butter or anything like that. We're actually gonna go put the bacon straight into the pot, and I noticed the camera's falling down again. Oh shoot, I just realized I didn't put on an apron. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Ah, there we go. That's gonna minimize my mess. There we go. So yeah, I'm gonna put that bacon in a cold pot, just because if I put it cold, let it come up to temp. Whoa, 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 loud. Yeah. Okay, so anyways, if I put it in a cool pot and I let it come up to temp slowly, I'm gonna render out the fat, and the fat is what we're gonna use to actually cook in with all our veg and this and that. So, yes. I just gotta clean my board now. Raw food. I don't want to get into my other vegetables, so rinsing off, using soap and all that. Yeah. I'm kind of wondering right now. Do I want to make this into an open VC or something? I think that'd be kind of fun. No? I don't know. Oh yeah. I'm not. I'm just cutting. I'm just. Sorry, my brain's going on autopilot right now. I'm not really explaining what I'm doing. Sorry. I don't really like being a thesaurus sometimes. And also, something like this requires a bit more concentration. But I'm really committing to what I said of I'm only using a knife today. Because usually, you could use a peeler or something like that. But, I want to really try to handicap myself today. I could say like, oh wait, why am I using a spatula or this and that? Why am I using that? Because that's not a not a just a knife. You see, with that at least, I can use my knife for this, but I don't feel like dulling my edge. So forgive me for that at least. So right now I'm just cutting some carrots off, and I'm committing to what I'm doing of using no peeler. So I am very carefully, with my very sharp knife, peeling off as little carrot as possible. All these little bits right here, I'm going to save and make some stock with them. And then I'm going to do some nice fun little corner cuts, or something called an oblique, for the sake of presentation. I could just do cubes, but I think it'll look a lot nicer if I do little triangles as well. Alright, there we go. And also, this I don't know why, this carrot was kind of funny. Look at this thing. It's like an elf. Very strange looking carrot. Yeah, I'm sorry that I'm not the most talkative when it comes to cooking and doing this at the same time. Whenever I cook, I get into like the zone, if you will. I stop like talking, I focus up, and like lean in. I like lock into what I'm doing. I like to concentrate, if you will. Like how like people will play games and they'll like go silent and try really hard, and like they'll win games and all this and that. Essentially what I'm doing here, except I'm doing this mostly because I don't feel like cutting myself.
granted, I can look up, and I can cook. Sorry, I gotta cough real quick. Sorry. What was I talking about? Yeah, I completely forgot what I was talking about. Oh well. Anyways, these carrots I'm gonna use and cut now at this point. These carrots I'm going to cut and make them into a thicker julienne or matchsticks, just because that's kind of what I want to put onto my bit. So I'm not gonna need many carrots. I just need enough, so that'll be plenty. And now this little carrot boy, I will cut up and put into the box. Put the rest of it. Yep. Okay, so I got my carrots here. I'm gonna just put these matchsticks somewhere else. And now that we've kind of stopped our prep for this, or what is it? Stopped our prep for the bourguignon. I forgot the onion, the garlic real quick. But yeah, anyways, as I am finishing this up, we are actually gonna start doing some basic prep for the bibimbap as well. So we're gonna get that started in just a few moments. Also, it's just I'm not sure if anyone can tell. You don't need this much garlic, or you probably don't need this much garlic in a bourguignon. But I love garlic to a very unhealthy extent, so I'm just going to put as much garlic as I feel it needs. That being 4 cloves. So, oh yeah, I guess if you're interested and want to try and make this for yourself, I will make the recipe right now in my head. So, hey, you want to use 3 slices of bacon, 4 cloves of garlic, 1 large onion, and like 1 big carrot. That's gonna be your recipe. There you go. I'm making this recipe as I go. I don't have a recipe written down. It's all in my head. I name whatever you're cutting Frederick. Why? It's garlic. Granted, you should give good things a good name, but still, it's garlic. Don't need to worry too hard about it. Okay. Okay, I'm going to now just use my knife again. I'm going to just scrape it up, put it in my onions here. And now I'm going to actually prepare the meat. So to make this very simple, I guess, to make this easy, to make this accessible for someone, maybe you don't want to don't know where to get good quality meat or what kind of meat to get. I have gotten a stew meat that I got from my local grocer, so I'm using that for my stuff. So I'm gonna put the meat in there. And this is where we get a little fancy. Because now I'm pulling out a nice bottle. Wires. I'm pulling out a nice bottle of Cabernet Sauvignon, which is just a red wine. So I should ideally, with what I'm gonna do, you should do this overnight. However, it's fine if you want to do it in the moment, like how I am. It's okay. It is preferable if you do it overnight and yada yada. But if you're in a pinch and you want to impress your impress your kids, you want to make something for your kids, or you want to make something like a really nice meal for like your date or something. Oh yeah, Valentine's Day is coming, so you can do this. So I'm going to be putting around a cup's worth of wine in there. And I'll even measure it out, so. Put that red wine there. And essentially, we're gonna let that marinate in that red wine. There we go. Now, there is also a little funny thing to talk about, like red wines and cooking with wines. And I kind of technically just broke the rule. But there is a small funny rule of wines. Of like, if you cook with a wine, something you should really do is make sure that you taste the wine. So, I'm not really a fan of red wines and such, but I will still indulge just a little bit, not too much, because I got work tomorrow. And, well, I'm not really one to taste red wines. I don't really like red wine, but I would still like to try and taste it. I want to try it. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean I should not taste it. That's a mentality I think everyone should start adapting. Like, hey, just because you don't like it doesn't mean you shouldn't taste it, you know? So, yeah, let me see the lovely tannins when it comes to this fine vineyard of wine. I tried sounding like a snob there, but I think I'm too monotone, unfortunately. Anyways, I'm gonna taste this. Actually, not bad. It's tart. It's kind of sweet. I'm not really much of a, what is it called? I'm not a very good sommelier. I know what quality to look for. Like, there's tears on the glass, which is when there's, like, on the glass, you see these, like, little marks here. Those are called tears, I believe. It tastes okay, but it's wine. It's alcohol. It smells great. Just doesn't, it's not, I just don't like it. So, just gonna do that. Boy howdy, that does taste like a red wine, though. Let me tell you, it's nice and tart and disgusting like all red wines, because I don't like red wine. I'm a white wine kind of guy, so that's me. Anyways, as you can see here to the right in this pot, the bacon is cooking down very nicely. So at this point, I'm going to be adding my onion and garlic. Adding that in, I'm going to stir that up as it goes. I'm going to then add in my mushrooms, my carrots. And then I'm going to be adding in, actually, yeah, I'm going to add my mushrooms now. Oh, that was an alert, and I did not see or hear it. Hello! I don't know who subscribed or followed, but thank you. Hi there. Alright. So I've just turned this heat to be on high at this point, and now I'm just kind of letting this cook down a little bit. And now I'm going to be adding, actually nothing right now, because I actually just realized, I made a little oopsie. Because I don't want to cook the vegetables yet. Okay, anyways, now I'm gonna leave this stuff to the side, and I'm gonna crank this on the highest heat I can. Put some oil in there, and now I'm actually going to cook off the beef. Do your coworkers know you are a VTuber? No, they do not. In fact, I'm very against to showing them that, telling them that, because from what I know, they're very against streamers and like new age sort of stuff like that. Yeah, they would probably be very upset if I did tell them about that. So, yeah, which is kind of funny. It's like, why would I care about that? Why would I care about, you know, their opinion on something that I do for casual and fun? Good question. I haven't figured that out yet. But when I do, I'll give you an answer. But right now, I don't have an answer for that. Okay, we're gonna save the marinade for now. We're gonna let that aside, and now we're just kind of just letting it cook. We're gonna try and do like a nice sear on them, except there's something I did intentionally because I'm honestly a little lazy. That is being that I overcrowded the pan. So when you do this, for example, when you overcrowd a pan like this, you're not gonna get good color. I'm not trying to cheat. I'm just gonna show this off. When you overcrowd your pan, you're gonna more or less steam your meat, and you're not gonna get any good like caramelization. So it's kind of a sad thing, but it is what it is. It was me. I followed. It took forever to verify. It'd be like that. But yeah, I'm kind of just cooking this meat. I just want to make it brown at this point. Just make it change color. Because when you stew meat, it doesn't really matter too much, I believe. It's just kind of like, oh, I just want to make sure that it's nicely cooked. I mean, if you caramelize it, and then it has a bit more flavor and this and that, and yada yada, but I'm not really being too critical over that stuff. Especially when I'm going to cook this for like an hour or two, you know? It's like, it is what it is. I'm not going to be butthurt about it. And neither should you when it comes to cooking. As long as you follow a recipe, or you know what you're doing with cooking something, you shouldn't really be hard on yourself. No? That is something I should take note of as well. Because I know when I do cook, and when I'm at my job, boy, am I very critical of myself. But do your coworkers know your could you make a pasta stream one day? I should, but the funny thing is, I already have. Kinda. I've made lasagna on stream once before. I'm also adding everything else back in. I did a lasagna stream where we made fresh sheets of pasta and stuff like that. I believe the Twitch VODs have been nuked at this point, but it is still on YouTube. So if you would like to see it on YouTube, you can go through my my previous live broadcasts, and you can check it out there. So that's where you can find it if you want to find out and look at it. Okay, anyways. Yeah. I'm just gonna mix this all together now. It's all just coming together. A nice little red wine ordeal. This is where I'm now gonna add my thyme. And I'm also gonna add another special ingredient, which is gonna just help imbue a bit more flavor. I'm going to be adding 1, 2, 3 bay leaves. To be honest, I don't really know what bay leaves really introduce when it comes to flavor and all that such. I just know that I do like adding them, and they do imbue some flavor. It's kind of like a very like clean, fresh sort of basil-y flavor, so it's nice. It's nice to always add just a little bit of something if you're stewing or making a soup. So I'm adding that. I'm gonna add just a little bit of I'm gonna add the red wine first. That red wine that we used to marinate. Adding that in. We're gonna let that cook down for a moment. And as we're letting that cook down, as the wine is cooking out, I'm going to also mention something that I have failed to mention at this point. So usually with a beef bourguignon, you will use a demi-glace, or maybe you'll use a beef stock, or a good beef stock. Either way is what I'm trying to say. I do not have beef stock because I am too lazy to make it, because I don't know where I can find beef bones. I would love to make a nice fresh beef stock, but I don't know where I can buy beef bones. So instead, I unfortunately have to use a bit of salted water. So adding some water into the mix, as unfortunate as it is, I am apologizing right now. It's with great shame I must tell you that I'm using water and not like a nice beef stock, but that is what I gotta use because I got nothing else, unfortunately. So yeah. But yeah, now I'm just gonna crank this on high heat for a moment, and then once it starts to boil, we're gonna take it down to a simmer, and we're gonna let that stew. We're gonna let that cook low and slow for the next hour or so. Get in there, get in there. And then we're gonna start working on some other things. We're gonna be working on the bibimbap, which in itself is gonna take some time as well. So yes. Could you make that one day a babka bread? It's so yummy. I have been thinking of making babka. Babka is a pretty fun bread to make, so I'll probably get to it eventually. I just want to pair it with something well as well. I want to pair it with something else, so as well. All right. I'm just going to add just a touch of salt, and now I'm just gonna do a quick twist or two, black pepper, and now tap it, and we're gonna let it go low and slow. Get a nice little rest for an hour and some. Okay, so I forgot. Whoopsie, I forgot. I'm gonna add some crushed tomato just to help give it a bit more color. What would be better is probably using tomato paste, but I have crushed tomato that I want to get rid of. So the crushed tomato is gonna add nice body, nice flavor, yada yada. Tomato paste would do that a lot better, but I digress. It's still gonna be able to do the job just fine. Have you ever made cookies on stream before? I mean, technically yes, because I've made a tiramisu on stream before. I had to make the lady fingers before, and that was fun. Lady fingers are a cookie in some sense, in some regard. So, eh. But it depends on how you take it, you know. Anyways, I am now going to be getting stuff ready for a bibimbap. So, as I've already said, we are not going to be using my rice cooker because I am not going to be using any sort of equipment like that. So, I'm going to show you a very easy way to cook rice without using a rice cooker. For the longest time, this is how I would usually cook rice as well. So, it's not too weird. It's not too strange. I remember there was actually a time where it's like I used to think like rice cookers were kind of stupid. Like, oh my god, rice cookers are just such a waste of money. Like, why would you want a rice cooker when you could just cook it on a pot? But then I realized that, oh wait a minute. Yeah, no, this is a lot easier, a lot better too. I just killed a village. Hold on, wait, I made a little mess on the floor of rice. So, as you would with rice, because we are good fellow human beings that follow rules correctly and realize that rice needs to be washed, right? Or like this kind of people, right? So right now I'm just cooking some rice. I'm cleaning the rice right now. Have you ever made a bagel? Have you ever made a bagel or on stream? Yes, I have made bagels before. Are you Korean? Yeah, I'm Korean. Yeah, I'm just taking my time washing this rice. Right, washing rice is a very fun thing, I guess. Not something you can really do really quickly. You need a chef hat. Well, if you look at the redeems for Twitch at least, I think there is a redeem you can get for a chef hat. So if you want to give me a chef hat, you can do that. There you go. You already found it. Alright. I now have my rice washed. And I'm now going to fill up a container with water. But unlike using a rice cooker, I'm going to be doing 1 part rice, 2 parts water. So I put in about a cup of rice in here. So now I'm putting 2 cups of water in here. And I'm just going to put the rice into the pot right here. Kind of like a rice cooker in some sense, but not. Anyways, I'm now going to simply just make rice because there is no secret with cooking stovetop rice. It's just like you just want to double up on the water and go low. That's that. There's nothing to it. That's how you cook stovetop rice. I'm actually going to probably remove this for now and put it on a different. Actually, I want you to see the pot. So there you go. And yeah, we're pretty much finishing up here for prep and cut, and then we're gonna actually get to cooking for it. We're actually gonna do some drawing and stuff because there's not much we can do. It's a lot of waiting at this point, and yeah, the bourguignon is looking good now. I'm gonna just turn it down even lower. And yeah, at this point, I'm just kind of cutting some other things. I'm just gonna cut them. There's something we gotta do that's a little bit later though, so I'm just gonna do the same cuts though for the zucchini. I'm just gonna do some nice little matchsticks here. How do y'all feel about zucchini? I know there's some people out there that don't really like zucchini and squash and stuff like that, but I really like zucchini. Very tasty, very good. I'm gonna be cooking it in a way that I would really like to eat this as well, so it makes it a lot more tolerable for some people to eat. If you don't like zucchini in like just cooking in a pan, I like cooking it in a very different way, but I'll show that when the time comes. So, zucchini, cut. Don't need much. The other scraps I'm going to save, and I'll make like a nice pasta later on in the week. Cucumber. I like a little cucumber in my that. So, and these little ends are snaps. I'm not sure if anyone else really does that when it comes to like cooking and stuff, but like I like to eat as I go. Like, oh hey, that carrot, we're gonna throw that away, but wait a minute, hold on. What if we didn't? So usually, like if there's like scraps of food that I like to eat raw, like let's say I'm cutting lettuce for a salad at home, and it's like, man, that lettuce I'm not gonna put into my salad, but it is still fine to eat. So like, why not? You know? I just love cucumbers too. One of the best fruits of all time. I use zucchini a lot because it's so flexible. It is very versatile. You can use zucchini for a lot of things, so it is you can use it for a lot. Okay, so I believe in bibimbap you can use what is it? You also use bean sprouts and mushrooms. I had wanted to use all the mushrooms because I know there wasn't really that many mushrooms with my one container, and I want to use it all for the bourguignon. So I'm just gonna kind of grab whatever else I have. I have sugar snap peas. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cut them. Not in any specific special way. I'm just gonna just do a little slice. I'm gonna cook these in a more appropriate way to make them more Korean-esque, if you will. But I'm just gonna make sure everything's cut now, so then we can worry about that later. I would like mushrooms though, and also adding bean sprouts too. That would be nice as well. Unfortunately, I don't have any of those things. They're fairly hard to find around where I live. On rare opportunities, I do find them, but when I was shopping the other day, I couldn't find them at all. So, what exactly do you cook at your work? It depends. We don't really have an exact menu. We kind of just we have a more buffet than anything else. Not buffet. We do a lot of big plated dinners for like weddings and stuff, and they choose off a menu from that. So, in the sense of cuisine, we don't really have a cuisine we follow. If there is, I guess it would more or less be like French cuisine, if anything. But we don't really do a specific cuisine in mind. It's fairly flexible what we can make, so. Alright, so here are our four things we're going to use that are green. Well, vegetables. We're going to use carrots, zucchini, sugar snaps, cucumbers, and I'm actually going to use a little ground beef as well. I need to get rid of it. I want to cook it, so I got ground beef. I'm going to cook it, and I'm going to make it nice and spicy and sweet, because I want to do that. Oh, you do catering? No. I do not do catering. Our operation that we have, it's kind of like a big operation. We do like a lot of things. We have our own little restaurant for members to come in. It's a membership club. I should probably mention that. It's a membership club, so we have so members come in, they choose to eat at a restaurant, or there's a buffet area they can go to, or if they don't want to go to a buffet area, then they can go to the restaurant, and we have 2 restaurants now, and recently one has just been built, so there's a lot of places to go eat at there. Okay, so our rice is cooking at this point. We got our vegetables cut. We really only need like 2 more things, which is like I need to get an egg real quick, and I'm not sure. I already have a lot of green, but I kind of want to put some broccoli in it, but that's not really. We don't really have a vegetable now that I think about it. Like, we have, so how I'm thinking is that this bibimbap is going to be like an appetizer. This is going to be like the main course, the bourguignon. But we don't really have sides. So, we're going to do a very fun side dish. And this is where I'm going to say that I think I'm cheating. Because I'm going to be using a sheet pan. I know. using a knife. I'm not using a pan. But if I really wanted to use a pan here, with what I want to do, I'm just gonna grab a pan like this, put it in here, and put it in the oven just like that. But that's kind of stupid, and that's too much of a mess for me to clean. So, you could do that, but I'm just gonna get a piece of tin foil, put it over my pan so I don't have to clean it, and we're gonna make a very nice, quick little side dish. I'm just gonna make a parmesan, a charred broccoli parmesan side. So yeah. Hey, very long time no seen. Hi there, Shadow. I'm gonna be honest and say I don't believe I remember, but welcome in still. Glad you're able to come back. Alright, so this dish is very easy. This sort of side dish is very, very easy. It's very fun to make too. It requires an oven, which I know some people might not have. But yeah. You could technically do this on the stovetop. That is very applicable. That is something you can do it too. Sorry. But I want to try and minimize the amount of dirtiness here, so yeah. But anyways, to do like a to do a nice charred Parmesan fried broccoli, I'm gonna slather these boys in a little bit of oil, and then just give them a bit of salt love. Give them a bit of crack of black pepper. And at this point, I'm just gonna throw it in the oven. So yeah, that's that. Now we're just waiting on a few things. I'm going to grab some ingredients. So when that time comes, to when we want to finish up today with the food and stuff, we can. So yeah. This is what we're gonna need, essentially. That's it. Oh, yeah, so I'm gonna really quickly also make a pickle. A really quick pickle, if you will. A quickle, if you will. So I'm gonna actually put a little bit, I'm gonna put like half of this of rice wine vinegar, the carrots, and the cucumbers. And then I am going to be watering it down with water. This is a very, very simple, quick way to imbue just a little bit more flavor, and also adding a nice little pickle. Pickled veg, I believe, is a fairly commonly used thing in bibimbap, so I'm doing that. Zucchini and sugar snaps are going to be prepared differently, so don't worry too much about that. So yeah. Very, very, very simple cooking. We're not trying to go crazy here, and despite how simple this is going to be, it'll be done and look very, very nice, and as far as I would say, even quality, elegant even. So, gonna take a little look at our bourguignon here. Just going to mix it with a spoon. Want to make sure we're not burning on the bottom. And I'm just going to give this a little taste of the broth. Ooh, it's good. Very tasty. So yeah, we're just gonna let that simmer down. We're gonna let that cook. The rice is now finally simmering. I'm gonna let that go even lower. And yeah, we're kind of waiting at this point. So now at this point, I'm grabbing you. You're coming with me. And we are going back to my desktop. we have a little area right over there, as you can see. I still have to change my recipe book because I forgot. Um, beef bourguignon. I didn't spell that right, but and bib, yeah, there you go. Spelled correctly, hopefully. Hi there, Phase Dale. Phase. Hello. Hi. No, it fell in my bed, my poor bed. Well, time to vacuum that bed. Slurp it. Slurp your bed. And also, I saw the camera move again. Fix that. Oh, it's really falling down. It's really wanting to yell timber. All right, hold on. Would you mind not falling down there, sir? I will have a temper well, I won't because I can't, but I will have a tantrum. Okay, there we go. Hopefully that should stay still. Hopefully. So yeah, now at this point, we're just waiting for stuff to cook. Stuff is just sitting there. We're not much we can do. And oh, thank you. That's how you spell bourguignon. I'm gonna trust that's how you spell bourguignon. So there you go. All right. Yeah. So now we're just kind of just going to relax. We're gonna chill out, if you will, and we are actually going to do a little bit of drawing anyway. There's not much we can do. Time is out of our control right now. So instead of just waiting around for something to happen, just sitting around, waiting for something to get cooked, and just staring at a pot and hoping for something to happen, I am going to start doing some drawing. Right after I check some messages. Oh wow, I didn't even realize, look, the pot of the rice, it is bubbling a lot. Oh man, that's getting real starchy there, huh? Let's now just do a little bit of relaxing. Let's just do a little bit of drawing as well. I unfortunately don't have. Actually, I wonder if I can. Can I get this word? Oh, there. Whoa. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna put my smart board just like right here. I'm gonna oh jeez, I'm gonna put the board right there. That's not too obtrusive. And now I'm going to make it so you can see the studio. There you go. I think I'm just gonna draw another yippee, honestly. I wanna draw another yippee. I wanna draw another little guy doing funny things. I just gotta find the folder, though. Ultra. Where is the Oh, do they not exist anymore? Did I just delete them? Oh no. Alright. I just gotta go through my recycling bin again. Oh boy. Okay, here it is. Here's the lad. Who shall we make into a yippee now is the question. Who shall we yippee-ify? We already made Mr. Juwon into a yippee. I already made pal Mimi into a yippee. Not sure. Who shall I make into a yippee creature? Any suggestions? Anyone have a favorite VTuber they like watching and want to suggest? Yippee! Jeffrey. I don't think I can do Jeffrey, unfortunately. Jeffrey is not a little guy, he's a little fish. He does not count, unfortunately. I mean, I could do one of the... You know what? I've done one for Mippy. I've done one for Temp. I've done one for Mila. I'll do Minnie. Do one of her. They are a witch that loves teen cats, so I will do her. Villian, have you done her? No. I don't have anything against doing them, but at the same time, I just kind of get a little worried, like doing more popular, more mainstream. I don't know a nice way of saying it, other than I don't want to do a VTuber like them. They're too big. That, and also, I bet they probably already have something like that, so there's that. I like supporting those small little guys, you know. And she looks fun to draw, so. I kinda... Alright, you know what? I am going to do a very funny thing. I am doing an open VC now. Let me make an announcement. Okay, anyone on the Discord want to join? You're more than welcome to. But I will leave if it gets obstructive. Obstructive. Say that. It's kind of nice having the camera of this cooking area too, because I can actually look in and see if the rice is cooked or not. So it's kind of fun, kind of nice. Like, wow, look, the rice is not cooked yet. Just joined. Mark now. Oh, okay. Hi. I gotta make sure I make this into a different name, though. Mini me. That's her name. Which is kind of funny. It's mini me. Minima. Okay. Well, okay, hi there. Well, okay, so you're the one that joined. I feel like I should just throw out an invitation again. Oh, hold on. There we go. I will post this in both YouTube chat. I will post it in Twitch chat. That is the Discord server. If you wish to join, you're more than welcome to. Yeah. Up for people to join if you want to join. We're kind of just waiting. There's not much we can really do. If you want to see more food stuff happen, because right now we are cooking. Oh shoot! Wait, that rice is cooked. I'm pretty sure it is. At least. It looks cooked. I'm now gonna try and test it. Hold on, wait. That's cooked. That's good. Yeah, okay, hold on. Now I gotta fluff it up. To fluff it, I'm just going to get a fork, and I'm just going to just move it around. Probably added a bit too much water now in hindsight, but... Ah. Alright, well now we got our rice cooked. Good, good, good. Gonna put a lid on it for now, and we will get to that later. The bourguignon still has time by the looks of it. It still looks needs a little bit more time. We're getting there though, so hey. Lots of Discord beeps and bops going on. And now I'm actually going to... as weird as it is, I'm just gonna leave the VC now. Ah, God. People. Nothing against anyone. I gotta say that right now. Nothing against anyone, but like one person, two people. That's a lot of people. Scary. Fun fact. Don't know if you know. I have a bit of the social anxieties. So yeah. Yeah, I can hear you better on Twitch, anyways. Yeah. Alright, let's see. How can we draw this a little funny? Oh, that's where the beeps are coming from. Yeah, they were coming from me, not from you. Sorry about that. Alright, how do I draw her? I gotta kind of dissect it, because when I draw the yippies, I draw like only the most signature things about their model. About themselves. So I definitely gotta draw the hat. Definitely gotta draw the hair. I should have probably gotten a better reference. This is very hard to go off. How's Beefy doing in the pot? They're still in the pot, you know. Not much has happened to them. They're just kind of still cooking down slowly as we speak. I don't know why we're naming. I don't know why we're naming food now recently. That's a. Listen, I like naming my breads and all that too. I do that for good luck, but naming food, that's where it gets a little funky fresh, if you will, a little silly, a little funny. It's because you killed Timmy. Who's Timmy? Actually, you know what? Yeah, okay, I killed Timmy. Yeah. You yoinked and ate him. Not everything really needs a name, so. There's so many names that go around at this point. It's like, oh Jesus, so many. But Beefy, that's kind of fun. The hat, though, and drawing witches. Drawing witch hatches. Hats always are like weird in my head. I don't really too much understand how they work. Very strange, very weird. It's not like they're extremely hard to make, though. It's just that the little flap here, when it comes to like the other part of the hat, it gets kind of confusing for me. There we go. Very good. Oh shoot, she has glasses too. There's a lot of accessories. It'll be nice. I wonder if she's gonna be a food tuber though. I think she's still a pre-debut VTuber. I'm interested to see what she does with herself, what she turns out to be. It's always an exciting thing to watch, like pre-debut VTubers, and I would even say it's really exciting for me to watch it too, just because it's kind of nostalgic to see how they are, how it is, you know, seeing how they pre-debuting their little activities they do beforehand, the posts they do. I think it's very fun. Very soon, I'm gonna be doing another pre-debut very soon too, so that's gonna be very nice. Another outfit is in the works right now, fellas. So, once it turns 7 o'clock my time, which is like 8 minutes, we're gonna get off of this, and then we will continue with the cooking escapades. Because at that point, if my timing is correct, which it sometimes is, we should be able to start working, and the beef bourguignon will be done just in time when we get the right in time to when we get the other thing finished. The other thing being what's it called? Bibimbap. Yeah, the rice bowl. We're gonna finish that at the same time as well. too crazy for this yippee. They already have a lot of stuff going on, so that's good. Yippee. Oh, I gotta add their cup though. Okay, that's all of that done. Good. Very cute. Alright, enough drawing. Let's get back into the cooking, yes? Bye, smartboard. Okay. So, now, as that is still cooking down, it smells nice and good. It's time to actually do some more cooking. So one of those things we're gonna cook is the sugar snaps. Right away, start cooking those down. I'm also gonna check on the broccoli because I didn't forget about that. I'm just checking on them now, and they're looking nice and charred, but I personally want them to be a bit more. Okay, so in the pan. Thank you for the head pats. Hi, Borg. Hello. Hi, Fat Borg. Alright. In the pan, not olive oil, sesame oil. We get the nice stuff. Sesame oil in the pan, and we're gonna put our sugar snaps in. Once the sugar snaps are in, we're gonna let them cook down a bit. I'm going to make sure I have my salt on standby because you always want to season things with salt. There's really no explanation for that. Always season your stuff. Always season your food. So, I got my 2 bowls here, so we're ready. And yeah, I'm just gonna cook these little boys. I don't really want to cook them too hard. I just want to give them a bit of less crunch, if you will. Just gonna give them a bit of salt. Lord help me, I just ate a whole babka. I'm about to have cavities and diabetes. Boy. Well, you can just stop eating. That's an idea. Okay. I'm just gonna use a little boy right here. But it's too good. Then I guess getting cavities ain't so bad then, huh? Alright. So now I'm also gonna cook in the same pan because I want to use a bit of sesame oil for this too. I'm gonna cook the zucchini in a bit of the sesame. And I'm actually now going to be using a nice small spoon full of gochugaru. A little bit of nice spice to add to the dish. And yeah, I'm just kind of move this all in the pan, making sure I kind of coat and almost like sauce these, if you will. The gochujang, because did I say gochugaru or gochujang? I don't know. The gochujang, sorry. Gochujang is the paste. Gochugaru is the chili flake. This stuff, I'm going to be making sure I just kind of move in the pan a bit. How did that get there? So yeah, I'm going to give them a little bit of a mix, a little bit of a coating, add some salt, and just for a little bit of visual presentation, I sprinkle black sesame. And that's that. That's our other piece. That is our other piece of food that we have finished cooking. And now I'm going to put that into the same container it was in. And now, with the residue, we are going to cook the beef. The ground beef I made. No, not made, but have. We back? Okay, good. My headset just disconnected, so whoops. Anyways, I'm just gonna be using this ground beef now. Throwing it in here, and hello? Hi! Okay, thank you. Thank you about that. So glad I have someone checking in chat all the time with my audio. Thank you. Alright. So anyways, as I was saying, I'm now going to do the most important thing to cook when it comes to doing a bugul, no, bibimbap, the egg. Now, since there's so much seasoning in this pan and so much stuff in this pan already, I don't really need to do too much to it to give it a lot of flavor. I'm just going to throw it in the pan with a little bit of oil and then add some salt and pepper on top. But that's it. Nothing much to it. To help even cook it a bit more and a bit more quickly, I'm actually going to spread the white out a bit too. Oh. Turn the heat off. That's why it's not cooking as quickly. And yeah, I'm just gonna cook this little egg. Not over easy, sunny side. Pretty good at cooking eggs, so I actually cook eggs very, very often, just because it's one of my favorite kinds of breakfasts. My favorite breakfast to ever make is like an egg, and then doing a little bit of rice on the side. So, it's simple. It's a very simple and delicious little thing. I know you're not a gaming person, but I really want to watch you play a horror game. Well, you see, that's the funny thing. I actually do like playing video games. However, I'm not much of a horror game person myself. But maybe sometime down the line, maybe I'll play a horror game. Maybe. I'm not gonna play Five Nights at Freddy's because that game is not really too scary for me anymore. It's just kind of like a jump scare, and that's all that happens. But yeah. Anyway, that's our cooked egg. I'm going to garnish it with a little bit of black sesame, just because it's black on white. It makes a nice little contrast. And despite what I just said there, I'm also going to be adding some sesame, some plain white sesame, because I can. You should definitely play some horror games. I'll think about it. Maybe I'll do it as like a special goal or something, you know? Also, can we point at Sonic-chan? He's here. My papa, he's here, and we must point at him. Right? I'm gonna put my rice in my bowl of bibimbap that we are gonna make now. So, there we go. We're gonna put it in the following way. You're gonna put meat on one side. Then we're gonna put on the other side the sesame cooked sugar snaps, the gochujang spicy zucchini on the other side, the pickled carrots right here, and then the nice pickled cucumber right over here. I'm just gonna add all the spice to the pickled cucumber just because I have a lot of it. So far, that's our nice little rice bowl. Very cute, very nice, very awesome. I want to clean my stuff first. Hold on. Thank you, Mister. Thank you for pointing at Sonic. You're a true one. You're a real one. Love that. Thank you. And then, finally, to finish off our bibimbap, that nice sunny side egg on top. Beautiful. That is a lovely, lovely, cute little bowl of bibimbap. Can't get much more crazy. You can't get much more beautiful than that. And you can't even get more simpler than that too. It's simple, cute, and looks very nice, and it's gonna taste amazing. Alright, and now we can also pull out, because it's almost done, our charred broccoli, because now it has a nice, lovely, colorful char on it. It looks beautiful, but I said that it was going to be a Parmesan chard, so that is not Parmesan, it's mozzarella. Wrong cheese. I'm going to get some Parmesan and sprinkle a whole bunch of Parmesan on top. Parmesan broccoli. This is how you get your kids to eat green stuff. Oh, and also, just because I want to add just a slight bit more flavor and also cheat a little bit, use is not required, but this will make the flavor bomb just that much more crazy. I'm putting a very small sprinkle of MSG onto the broccoli. I have it, I want to use it, I'm throwing it in, and back into the oven it goes. MSG, my beloved. MSG is so great. It's just sad it's not used nearly enough as it should be. go. We got our bowl of bibimbap. And now it is 7:08, which is perfectly timed to pull out our bourguignon. Now I can keep reducing this and let the flavors get even more and more intense, which I'm going to intend on doing. But this is definitely something you can eat right now. You don't have to, but I want to, and I want to show you. So I'm going to pull this off. You can kind of see it now. It's not exactly extremely thick, but you can see it has a little bit more viscosity to it. So I'm going to just scoop a little bit out. And usually with a bourguignon, you probably want to thicken it. So I chose to not use. I chose to. Well, I don't know what the word is to use, but you can use a slurry and use cornstarch and thicken it that way. But I don't feel like doing that, honestly. So here we are. We got my bourguignon right here. Very nice and tasty. And I'm just gonna let that simmer out for a little longer, just to help it get more thick. And well, that's it. I would have honestly preferred. I would have really liked to do a bourguignon and make like some sort of like what is it? Do some mashed potato or egg noodles or something like that. I would put the rice, but I want to save the rice for fried rice, honestly. But yeah, there we go. That's our two things done. Except we're missing the last side dish, which is our charred Parmesan broccoli. Now I know I said wasn't gonna use this, but I'm using it just to take out the food. I can do this without the tongs, but I just don't feel like doing it. I could use chopsticks. But I'm not gonna do that. I just want to just get this out right now, so I can just show it off. You can probably just use normal tongs. You can use a fork even, I bet. But you know, don't have to use anything. You just need to get from point A to point B. Whoa! Stop that. Roux. Yeah, we could use roux too. Honestly, the traditional way is to actually use a roux by breading the beef in a bit of flour, and that becomes your roux. But I just didn't feel like doing it. I'm kind of against it because not against it. I just didn't feel like doing it. Sorry, I fell over. And I'm also going to season my Parmesan broccoli. My charred Parmesan broccoli with a bit of spicy chili flake, Korean chili flake. And there we go. That is our meal for the day. Well, this is my dinner for tonight. So I'm actually going to take a picture of it now. This looks really nice. So good. Didn't use any fancy gadgets. Didn't use any sort of fancy things like that. The most fanciest thing I used was just to get the food out, but that's really it. So now, time to tuck in, if you will. Try to eat a little bit of this food and try and see what everything tastes like. So, I'm gonna first start with the sides because I'm a weird person like that. Spicy chili with real chunks of VTubers. I'm not so sure about that. I don't want to eat VTubers. I want VTubers to eat my food, not eating the VTubers. Hi, Daishima. Hello. Anyways, I'm gonna start with the sides here. Charred Parmesan broccoli with gochugaru topped on top. Alright. It should come no surprise. This is the best way to eat broccoli. It's rich, the nice charred, bitter flavor, the sweetness from the broccoli, the spiciness, the saltiness, the richness. The nice richness and saltiness from the actual like natural bit of the parmesan, the salt that we sprinkled on, the MSG is bringing all that umami flavor out. Yeah, that is a really great way to eat broccoli. Very good. But I'll leave that to the side for me to eat later. This bibimbap, though, this is honestly really pretty. This is probably the most prettiest bibimbap bowl I've made in quite some time. I'm very happy about it. It's very pretty. So this is gonna be like our appetizer. So the bourguignon will be to the side for now. All right. So gonna do the most fun thing about eating a bibimbap. Boop, boop, boop. And now the annoying thing about bibimbap, just mixing all the ingredients together. It's a mixed rice bowl, so now I just kind of have to try and make sure I get a nice good bite with everything in it. All right, well, I'm gonna try and manage what I can. That's good. Let's try. Blanche is the best way to eat broccoli. You're wrong. But you know what isn't wrong? This. This is so good. There's just so much flavor going on, you know? The nice neutral flavor of the rice being just so covered in all this sort of nice pickled veg, the nice sesame flavor, the beefy meatiness of the ground beef. There's a nice bit of acidity, and that brings out a bit more flavor. There's a nice crunch from every single bit, the carrots and the sugar snaps, and even the cucumber even has a bit of crunch too. The zucchini is nice and smooth and soft and has that nice spiciness that's adding on to this all. But yeah, it's nice, it's nicely spicy. It's not going to be a punch in your face amount of spice. And then there's a bit of richness from the egg yolk, because the egg yolk does implement a little bit of richness as well. That's good. I'm going to add one more bite, and then we're going to try the bigger bourguignon. Right. One more big bite. Very good. I love how eating appears on the model. It's so good, right? Sonic did an amazing job with this model. And I will continue to praise and say how great it is. Alright. Well. Now everything has been kind of leading up into this at this point. The bourguignon. I've been saying that it's gonna be our like main dish. So how these two were, they're great. But now, how does the bourguignon stand? And also, how chewy is the beef? Or is it cooked, or has it been cooked down long enough? The beef itself is actually nice and tender. I'm actually kind of surprised. I didn't think it would be this nice and tender. Like, I was pressing down at it first, and it wasn't really, like, surrendering, if you will. It wasn't like breaking apart to my like finger. But as soon as I like started to bite and chew onto it, it just breaks down. It surrenders to my teeth. So, very nice. Now the broth itself. It's a bit more tomato based because I didn't use any demi. The red wine is still there. It's nice and light. But you can taste like every sort of bit of like tomato. There's a bit of a slight beefy note, and now I'm just gonna try and get a nice bite of a little bit of everything. So the beef, onion, carrot. I want a little bit of the mushroom as well, and the roll. A nice good old stew for a nice cold day. So here we are. Yeah, that's good. It's just so much better having it all together. And as I'm gonna actually let this continue to reduce down so the juices actually condense in flavor. So I'm excited with how that's gonna turn out. This is gonna be like a nice meal. I'm gonna actually probably save the rest of the bourguignon to eat later. But yeah, this is all really good food right now. And I'm gonna try and eat as much as I can. And if not, I got leftovers for the next few days. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try and eat the bibimbap first. Ooh, this is also good. A bit of confusion though, because you're in Asia, then you're in like I don't know, maybe Italy, and then you're here in France. So we're a little everywhere when it comes to all this food, but they're not too strange to have together. So it's good. Oh. Alright. Ah, very good. Very good. The bibimbap is obviously the main dish. Yeah, the bibimbap is more of the main dish than anything else, really. But, yeah. This was all very good. It was very tasty. Let's go. We're gonna go rate someone on Twitch. So, we're gonna go. They're live. Actually, I'm gonna go raid. You know what? Mila's VTuber parent is live, so we're gonna go rate them. Oh, invalid rage, invalid person. Well, here's our raid messages for the day. Here's our raid messages if you want to raid us. I'm gonna take a quick glance, see if there's anyone else that just went live, if anyone. Okay, no, good. Raid. Bull. Heal. You're gonna go raid them today. Is it working? Raid. Bull. Alright. I'm not sure if it is going to be rated or not, but hopefully that does send. Hopefully that sends you off. Yeah. Thank you for tuning in today, though. I am going to just gonna go eat some food. It's nice, warm. It's gonna be good night tonight. I'm gonna eat some good food. Thank you for tuning in today. I think we're gonna be streaming probably around this Friday. So keep an eye out for that. Keep an eye out for that stream. I am going to go. I'm gonna go get some food. Thank you for tuning in today. Sorry, it sounds like I want to leave. Sorry I want to leave right away. It's just that I want to eat this food while it's hot, you know? So, thank you for tuning in today. I hope you have a good rest of your day. I'm gonna go relax and eat some nice, delicious food. Hope you have a good one. I will see you all around another time. Thank you for tuning in. Otsukichi and ciao. Have a good one. because I'm about to chow down. That was cheesy. I'm sorry. Okay, bye.